Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Give everybody some time to hop on. It is Wednesday, right? The 18th. I was like halfway through the day yesterday before I realized that it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday. I had no idea. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Lisa. How's everybody feeling this morning? Hi, Sheila. I had kind of a strange night. Oops, I'm dropping things. I slept really well. Hi, Amanda. But I woke up at some point. I turn everything off in my room at night, so I don't know what time it was. But I woke up just absolutely sweating, just like drenched and sweating, and it felt like some kind of purge. And when I woke up this morning and got on Instagram, the first post I saw was that there was a big Schumann resonance spike at like 3:30 in the morning Mountain Time. So, and Amanda, I saw you guys had an earthquake in Utah too. So seems like maybe there was a lot of earth movement overnight. All right. Well, let's get started. Tomorrow is officially the spring equinox, which is the equinox is really that moment where we more or less have half the day is daytime and half the day is nighttime. So it's not exact, but that's more or less when it's going to happen is tomorrow night. I think it's around 9:45 p.m. Here anyway, so like midnight-ish on the East Coast. But and so that would make Friday the first full day of spring. But tomorrow is the equinox. And there's been a lot of kind of discussion leading up to this equinox, and obviously it'll be fall. Oh, Lisa, are you having trouble with my internet? That's all right. Internet. All right, we'll keep going, but if you guys are having issues, oh, same for you, Danny. Wonder if I should get off and get back on. You guys can't hear me at all. My phone's buzzing at me too. Okay, here's what I'll do. I will turn this one off and turn a new one on just in case there's something wacky. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, don't go anywhere yet. Let me try turning we have those Nest cameras, and sometimes they take a lot of bandwidth. Let me turn them off. We'll see if that fixes it. If not, I'll turn this whole live off and try it again. Give me one moment. Off. Oops. Off. Oops, off. Okay. Is it getting better? Let me know if trying to make sure both of the cameras are off here. Oops. Back of the house is still on. Okay. Same. Can you guys see and hear me? Give it 1 minute here. I can see there's still 4 people on, so Oops, I didn't see there's more comments down here. Switch to my phone. Okay, broadcast keeps getting interrupted. It's good now? Okay. Hopefully it was just the cameras taking up a bunch of bandwidth. Okay. Sheila says yes. Okay, we'll keep going. Hopefully this is doing well. Okay, so equinox, tomorrow night. And obviously there's been a lot happening in the world. There's a lot happening with the earth right now. And many of us, I mean, I think really all of us, but it just really depends on whether or not you want to engage with it or not, are being asked to help either ground in new energies, transmute energies, transform energies. I think it will be different for each one of us, kind of depending on what our own personal role in this ascension plan is, what we came here to help with. And so what I want to do today is do a journey so that you can find out what it is you can assist with, and any specific, if you do need to go somewhere in nature, somewhere in your neighborhood, then you can find that out. But it may be that you just need to do a shamanic journey to a specific location. So we'll find that out, whether or not there's any specific tools you need ahead of time. So really this is just kind of a preparation, so you have a day or so to figure out the details if there's anything you need. It may be 100% energetic, where you can sit in your home and do a journey and kind of call forward all the tools that you need in spirit without needing anything else. But you may be asked to do something specific with water or with, fire or something like that, place a stone somewhere, do things like that. So I want to give us the opportunity to do that ahead of time. And different people may have different timings. Sometimes, like for instance, before the big conjunction, January 12th, that 1/12, I received instructions to go do something on Friday. I think the conjunction was Sunday, and I was asked to go somewhere and call in energies and anchor in energies on Friday. And that day was super, super intense and powerful for me. I actually had a horrible migraine afterwards that lasted most of the day, and it was very energetically taxing. On the 12th, I didn't receive any instructions. I tuned in that morning and just heard, it's done, the work is done. So it was everybody around the world doing their part, kind of when they were asked to do it. So we'll ask about timing as well, so that it might be something you need to do ahead of time, might be something you need to wait until Friday to do. Sometimes it doesn't matter. They'll just say, oh, yeah, sure, do this during this, anytime during this time. So that's the kind of lead up here to what we're doing and why we're doing it today. So for this, you might want to have a notebook so that you can keep track of any specific instructions that you receive. And if during the meditation you're not receiving any specific details and you're saying, well, it was a nice meditation, but I didn't see anything or hear anything, pay attention to things that may come through in your external environment over the next couple of days, because the information sometimes comes through in other ways. So, if you are suddenly, feeling drawn to do something specific, or you see an article about something and you read it and you think, oh, I really want to do what they're suggesting in the article about spring or whatever. Just look for those kinds of things in your environment. And even if you get, a lot of details in this meditation, there may be still additional details. Sometimes I get a lot of context outside of my meditations. I'll get specific instructions, but I won't necessarily get the why or the big picture. And then I'll read an article, somebody else's channel, and I'll be like, oh, that's the rest of the story. So just take what comes during the time. So I'm just getting a pen here. And during the meditation, you can, kind of just stop and write on your notebook anything that's coming in, and then go back into the meditation. So, okay. let's get ready. I have an oil called Believe that I really like here. Actually has a lot of kind of conifer oils and whatnot in it. It's very nice. I'm going to use that. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. And just take a quick moment to ground your energy by sending it down into the earth and pulling it back up into your body. And now imagine yourself in a big active bubble of light. It goes all the way around your body, over your head, under your feet. And set your intention that nothing else is allowed inside your bubble with you unless it's connected with source energy. And now we're going to travel within this bubble. And you can imagine that however you'd like. You can be floating, flying, or walking within your bubble. And you're going to leave your house out the front door, down your driveway, and out onto the street or the road in front of your house. And as you're walking down the road, you see kind of an energetic wall, a glittering, shimmering wall of light. And as you get closer to it, you realize that you can just step right through it. And when you do, you'll be in a completely different place. And so step through the wall. Your bubble stays with you. And on the other side, you are in the place you need to be for a spring equinox ceremony or ritual of some kind. As you take a few steps forward, you notice that there is a guide here for you. It might be an ancestor, it might be a spirit guide. It might be an animal. And you walk closer to this guide and begin looking around your environment. Do you already know where this place is? Where you've traveled to? If you're not sure, ask the guide to tell you where this is. Is there anything in the environment that stands out to you that's catching your attention? Could be a physical feature in the landscape, like a mountain or a waterfall or a river. It could be that there's some kind of light or sacred geometry. Could be other people there. But wherever it is in this landscape that you're being drawn, go specifically to that spot now. And take a seat with your guide. And when you sit down, you realize you have a backpack on, and you take that backpack off and open it up. And inside, you find all of the tools that you'll need for this ceremony. So go ahead and pull them out. Could be a crystal or a singing bowl or matches, jar of water, a song. It might be one thing and it might be many things. Set them all on the ground in front of you so you can see them. If you're worried you might forget what they are, just take a moment to write them down on your notebook. If there's anything that you're not sure what it is, ask your guide to explain what it is. Now, is it important when you do this ceremony to see if you get a knowing feeling or if you hear or receive a specific timing? Should it be before the equinox, on the equinox, after the equinox, or does it matter? Now, ask your guide if there's any details you need to know about the purpose of you doing this ceremony. Do you have a specific role, or are there details or information about what you're doing that you need to know. And finally, what is the ceremony? What exactly should you do? How should you use these tools? What are you being asked to do? And again, if you're worried you might forget the details, just take a moment to write it down on your notebook. Remember that more information may come through to you over the next 2 days. And now, thank your guide for meeting you, and let them know you'll be back at the time you discussed. And pick each of your tools up and put them back in the backpack. And put your backpack back on. And start walking back the way you came, looking for that curtain of light that you stepped through. You wave goodbye to your guide and step back through that curtain of light, back onto the street in front of your house. Walking back towards your driveway. Up your driveway, in your front door. And walking all the way back into the room you're in now. And coming back into your physical body. Wiggling your fingers and toes to reconnect your physical body and your energy body. And take a deep breath in and out. And then open your eyes. Go ahead and make any more notes you might need to make to remind yourself what you need to do. I have some work here to do with the portals. No surprise, I guess. We'll stay on for a minute. If anybody wants to share anything they got, whether or not they have to go to a physical location or journey somewhere else in space and time. I'm good, I see all the hearts. You're back. And I want to thank you each for choosing to do this work in this lifetime and help to shift this energy What we're doing now is really, I believe, bringing in the new earth. We're doing the actual work to bring it in and decide what it is. We're creating it day by day right now. And so every bit of energetic work we do to assist with that helps make it a reality even sooner. So thank you. I hope you all have a beautiful day. I can't wait to see and hear about your equinox adventures. So as they are completed, feel free to share in the group and let us know what happened. So have a lovely Wednesday. Tracy says she's got sound vibration, drumming and bowls to do. So wonderful. Sounds great. My singing bowl was requested as well. All right. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. See you soon.